Hello students, welcome to my channel Learning History Made Easy. In today's video, we will be seeing the question answers from Economics Chapter 1. Before going into the video, if anyone is seeing my channel for the first time or if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and share it with your friends, and also click the bell button to receive notifications whenever I upload new videos. So without wasting time, let us get into the question answers from Economics Chapter 1. Okay, so here the first main is choose the correct answers. So each question, that is a 1 mark question. The first question, the scarce resources of an economy have, there are 4 choices: competing usages, single usages, unlimited usages, none of the above. So the answer is competing usages. The scarce resources of an economy have competing usages. Now let us move on to the next question. Which of the following is an example of microeconomic study? The 4 choices: national income, consumer behavior, unemployment, foreign trade. So we have studied that microeconomics deal with individual. So here we can see the answer will be consumer behavior. Now the third question, central problems of an economy includes what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce, all of the above. So we know the answer is all of the above, that is what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. All the 3 are central problems of an economy. Traditionally, the subject matter of economics has been studied under the following broad branches. Which are the branches? Choices are microeconomics and macro, positive and normative, deductive and inductive, none of the above. So the answer is micro and macroeconomics. Now the next main is fill in the blanks. Scarcity of resources gives rise to, the answer is problem of choice, gives rise to the problem of choice. When there are more resources, it can be used in different ways, so it gives rise to the problem of choice. In a centrally planned economy, all important decisions are made by the, answer is government. So in a centrally planned economy, all major decisions are taken by government. Dash is a set of arrangements where economic agents can freely exchange their endowments or products with each other. Market is a set of arrangement where the economic agents can freely exchange their endowments or products with each other. In reality, all economies are mixed economies. All economies are mixed economies. So these were the fill in the blanks. Now the next main is match the following. So let us see. Market economy, we can see it is private ownership. Service of a teacher, what is service of a teacher? Service of a teacher is a skill. Centrally planned economy, in centrally planned economy decisions are made by government. Positive economics deals with the functioning of mechanisms. Normative economics deal with how to evaluate the mechanisms. So these are the match the following. Now moving on to the 1 mark questions. Why does the problem of choice arises? Every society has to face scarcity of resources, and the scarcity of resources gives rise to the problem of choice. What is market economy? An economy where the economic decisions are taken through the market mechanisms, that is demand and supply, is called as market economy. What do you mean by a centrally planned economy? In centrally planned economy, the government or central authority plans all important activities in the economy. All important decisions regarding production, exchange and consumption of goods are made by the government, that is centrally planned economy. What is the meaning of microeconomics? It studies the behavior of an individual economic agent in a market for different goods and services and try to figure out how prices and quantities of goods and services are determined through the interaction of individuals in the market. What do you mean by positive economics? The study of what is and what was under the given circumstance is called as positive economics. What is normative economics? The study of what should be or what ought to be is normative economics. Now moving on to the next set of questions, that is 2-mark questions. Mention the central problems of an economy. Very easy answer. The central problems of an economy are what is produced and in what quantities, how are these goods produced, and for whom are these goods produced. Distinguish between micro and macroeconomics. So microeconomics, what is the meaning? Microeconomics is that part of economics which studies the behavior of individual units of an economy, whereas macroeconomics studies the behavior of aggregate of the economy as a whole. Now in microeconomics, demand and supply are the main tools in microeconomics. In macroeconomics, aggregate demand and supply are the main tools. Now the objective of microeconomics, it aims to determine the price of commodity or factor of production. Macroeconomics, it aims to determine income and employment level of the economy. Now the theories related to microeconomics, that is theory of price, theory of consumer behavior. Theories related to macroeconomics, theory of consumption and investment, and theory related to employment. Now distinguish between positive and normative economics. Positive economics, here we study what is and what was under given circumstances, and we study how different mechanisms function. In normative economics, we study what ought to be or what should be done, what is good and bad under given circumstances, and we try to understand whether these mechanisms are desirable or not. That is normative economics. What do you mean by production possibility set? The collection of all possible combination of goods and services that can be produced from a given amount of resources and a given stock of technological knowledge is called as production possibility set. What is opportunity cost? It can be defined as the cost of the next best alternative sacrificed in order to produce that good. That is opportunity cost. Now moving on to the next question. What is production possibility frontier or production possibility curve? It is a curve which depicts all possible combination of two goods which an economy can produce with the available resources and given technology. Now answer the following in 12 sentences, that is 4-mark question. Briefly explain how the family farm, weaver, teacher can use their resources to fulfill their needs in simple economy. So in a simple economy, a family farm may own a plot of land, some grains and farming implements, maybe a pair of bullocks and their labor services of family members. So in a family farm, they will be owning some land will be there, grains will be there, some implements will be there, or 2 bullocks will be there, and family members will be working in the farm. A weaver may have some yarn, cotton and other instruments for weaving the cloth. A weaver will be having the things needed for weaving cloth. Teacher in the local school, she has or he has the skills required to impart education. Teacher is having the skill to impart education. Some others in the society may not have any resources excepting their own labor. Okay, some people will not have any resources nor any skill, but only their labor will be there. So each of these units can produce some goods and services it needs. For example, a farm can produce corn, whereas use the for the consumption purpose and procure clothing, housing and various services in exchange for the produce. That is, the the person who is owning the farm can sell some of his produce and maybe buy a cloth from the weaver. So like that, he can use his own produce for getting some other products. So here similarly, weaver can get goods and services that they want in exchange for clothes she produces from her yarn. Teacher can earn money by teaching students, and this money can be used for obtaining goods from the farmer or from the weaver. So each individual can thus use their resources to fulfill their needs in a simple economy. It goes without saying that no individual has unlimited resources compared to their needs. So each individual can use their resources to fulfill their needs in simple economy. So this is how we explain the answer. Next one, briefly explain the production possibility frontier. I have explained it in the video very clearly. So if you want detailed explanation, you can go to the chapter video. So the resources of an economy as a whole are limited in comparison to what people in economy collectively want to have. So resources are limited. The scarce resources will have alternative uses, and every society has to decide how much of each resources to be used in the production of different goods and services. The allocation of scarce resources gives rise to a particular combination of different goods and services. Given the total amount of resources, it is possible to allocate the resources in different ways. So, resources can be used in different combinations. The collection of all possible combinations of goods and services that can be produced from a given amount of resource and a given stock of technological knowledge is called as production possibility set. So now the same table which we have studied, consider an economy can produce corn and cotton by using its resources. So this the different combinations are given here, possibility A, B, C and D. Okay, C, D and E. So all the possibilities are given. I am not going to explain this. Detailed explanation is given in the chapter video. And in the given table, there are some combinations of corn and cotton that an economy can produce when resources are fully utilized. In the table, it is clear that if all the resources are used to produce corn, maximum amount of corn that can be produced is 4 units. So here in this chart we can see if everything is used for producing corn, then the maximum here 4 units of corn can be produced. If all resources are used for producing cotton, then the maximum 10 units of cotton can be produced. So there are other combinations in which it can produce only 1 unit of corn, and here 9 units of cotton can be produced. Here when it is 1 unit, here 9 units. Or it can produce 2 units of corn, then it is 7 units of cotton. So like that, different combinations are given and there can be many other possibilities. The diagram shows all the possible combinations of producing corn and cotton. At any point on or below the curve represents a combination of corn and cotton that can be produced with the economy's resources. So here the curve is given and here it shows all the possible combinations in which the economy's resources can be utilized. The curve gives the maximum amount of corn that can be produced in the economy for any given amount of cotton and vice versa. This curve is called as the production possibility frontier, PPF. This gives the combination of corn and cotton that can be produced when the resources of economy are fully utilized. So this is how you explain the answer with the table and the graph. Next, briefly explain the central problems of an economy. So first you can start an introduction. Human wants are unlimited and resources to satisfy these wants are very limited. Hence, there is a gap between our wants and resources, and hence the problem of choice arises, and it is called as economic problem. So there are 3 fundamental problems in every economy: what to produce, how to produce and for whom to produce. Now what to produce is a problem of choice. As resources are scarce, an economy cannot produce everything in infinite quantity, say food, clothing, more food or little clothing or vice versa. What shall be produced today and tomorrow? All these questions arise because of limited resources. Thus, the problem of choice arises and the economy must choose the commodity, its quantity and quality. So, that is the first problem, what to produce. Now, let us move on to the second problem in an economy, that is how to produce, that is problem of technology. This is a problem related to the selection of or choice of technology. There are two techniques for production. One is labor intensive technique, that is more labor is used in production than capital. Next is capital intensive technique, more capital is used in production than labor. So, the choice between two techniques, which techniques has to be used, arise because the former technique generates employment opportunities. When it is labor intensive, more employment opportunities are generated, and the latter rises efficiency. In the second one, efficiency will be more. Thus, a society has to choose the right technique of production between these two techniques depending on resources and requirement. The third problem is for whom to produce, that is the problem of distribution. So, here in problem of distribution, what happens is for whom shall the goods be produced, that is who is going to enjoy and get the benefits of these goods and services. Human wants and resources vary from region to region. The individuals may belong to economically weaker section or rich. Therefore, the problem of distribution arises. Now, the next question, write a short note on centrally planned economy. So, in a centrally planned economy, we have already studied the government or central authority plans all important activities. All important decisions regarding production, exchange and consumption are made by the government. The central authority may try to achieve a particular allocation of resources and a consequent distribution of the final consumption of goods and services, which is thought to be desirable for the society. The government concentrates on the well-being and prosperity of the economy as a whole, that is education or health service is not produced in adequate amount by individual, then the government must or might try to induce the individuals to produce adequate amount of such goods and services. So, government will take such decisions. Now, the next point, whenever it is necessary, the government may intervene in few situations and try to achieve equitable distribution of goods and services. Then profit maximization is not the major consideration in a centrally planned economy. Profit is not the most important or major consideration in a centrally planned economy. Those goods and services will be produced which the government finds as most useful to the society. Government will decide what is most useful to the society and that type of goods will be produced. So, the socially most useful technique in production is adopted in this society. The most useful technique, whether it is labor intensive or capital intensive, government will decide. North Korea, China and Cuba are some examples of centrally planned economy. So, that is the answer for centrally planned economy. Now, all these were the important questions from chapter 1. So, I have tried my best to explain the answers. If you want detailed explanation of any part or any answers, you can go to the chapter wise videos. There I have explained in detail, and in case of any doubts, you can ask in the comment section, or if you want any change in the way I am explaining, that also you can write in the comment section. And please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Your likes and shares will be of a great encouragement for me to make more and more videos. So I hope to see you all soon in the coming video. Thank you for watching.